What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and it's Wednesday, so it's back to the world of John Wayne, and today we're going to discuss El Dorado, starring John Wayne, Robert Mitchum, James Caan, Charlene Holt, Ed Asner, Paul Fix, Arthur Honeycutt, Michelle Carey, and Christopher George. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. As I said in the introduction, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week, and we're coming back to the world of John Wayne with another Western of his, El Dorado. And as our movie opens, Sheriff J.P. Hara comes into the town of El Dorado in order to talk to his old friend, a gun for hire named Cole Thornton, who has just arrived in response to a mysterious job offer from wealthy landowner Bart Jason. Hara reveals to Thornton that Jason is actually trying to muscle the honest McDonald family from their land. Thornton then agrees to turn down the job, and he rides out to Jason's ranch in order to tell him so. Kevin McDonald and his family hear about Thornton's arrival, and they fear the worst. The youngest son, Luke, is made sentry, but he falls asleep at his post. As Thornton returns from his confrontation with Jason, Luke is startled awake and fires. Thornton reflexively fires back and he wounds Luke in the stomach. Luke then commits suicide before Thornton can stop him, as he believes that his wound is fatal. Feeling guilty, Thornton brings the body to the farmhouse and tells Kevin what happened. The only daughter of the McDonald clan, Joey, rides off before she can hear the truth and shoots Thornton on his way back to town. Thornton survives, but the bullet has lodged against his spine, and local medic Doc Miller cannot remove it. So Thornton departs after healing, despite the protests of local saloon owner Maudie, who has feelings for him. Over time, the bullet in his back presses against his spine, causing bouts of temporary paralysis in his right side. 6 months later, Thornton is in a saloon out of town, having avoided El Dorado, and he witnesses a naive young man, Alan Bordillion Traherne, nicknamed Mississippi, confronting and killing Charlie Hagan, who killed Mississippi's foster father, Johnny Diamond, 2 years earlier. Thornton steps in to save Mississippi from retaliation from Charlie's friends, Milt and Pedro. Their employer, famed gunslinger Nels McLeod, is impressed, and he offers Thornton a job in El Dorado, revealing that he has now accepted Bart Jason's job offer and that Hara became a drunk after a girl ran out on him. Thornton refuses McLeod, and he and Mississippi return to El Dorado ahead of McLeod. They meet with Maudie and Hara's deputy, Bill, who confirm Nels's story. After a fistfight with the drunken Hara, Thornton agrees to use a sobering concoction made by Mississippi in order to bring Hara around, albeit with violently effective results. Hara, ashamed to be the laughing stock that he has become, agrees to stay sober. After 3 men shoot Jared McDonald, Kevin McDonald's son, Thornton, Bull, Mississippi, and Hara hunt the men into an old church and gun them down. One man escapes, which leads them straight to Jason, whom Hara arrests and holds for trial. Mississippi stops Joey from killing Jason on the walk back to the jail, and the two begin a relationship. Bull officially deputizes Mississippi and Thornton, and they patrol the town in order to try to keep the peace, stopping the attempted attack by McLeod's gang on the jail, during which Hera is hobbled by a bullet to the leg. Marty brings them some supplies while they are holed up in the jail, and McLeod's men start harassing her and her patrons. Thornton and Mississippi then go to rescue them, but Thornton suffers an attack of paralysis and is captured by McLeod. Hera agrees to trade Jason for Thornton and then leave town, despite Thornton's protests. Jason and McLeod's men kidnap Saul McDonald and demand that Kevin turn over his water rights for the return of his son. Rightly suspecting that Jason will kill both Saul and Kevin once he has the water rights, Thornton rides a wagon up to the front door of Jason's saloon, while Hera, Bull, and Mississippi sneak in the back. Once Bull gives the signal, Thornton opens fire, killing McLeod, while the rest free Saul. Joey then shoots Jason, saving Thornton from being shot and making amends for her previous mistake. Doc Miller's new assistant, Dr. Donovan, agrees to operate on Thornton if he stays in town, and Thornton implies that he may stop wandering in order to stay with Maudie as our movie comes to its close. El Dorado was okay. I enjoyed getting to see a young James Caan and a younger than I'm used to Ed Asner working alongside John Wayne and Robert Mitchum. I really enjoyed that dynamic. James Caan is an actor that I've adored in a number of roles over the years. You know, you think of Sonny Corleone, you think of Elf. I know him from the TV series Las Vegas. I actually got to meet him at one of my old jobs, the Long Beach Convention Center. They would often do scene filming in and around it. And James Caan was there one day, and I got to meet him. Great, great guy. So getting to see a very young James Caan in only his fifth ever movie, awesome. I enjoyed that. The story overall could have used a little bit of work for me. It was simple, it moved, but I feel like it was lacking just a little something. I'm not sure what. I can't put my finger on the pulse of it and figure out what I would have changed, but I felt like there was just something missing from making this a bigger movie for me. Like, looking at the cast listing and everything, this had like 4.5 star potential for me. And unfortunately, it didn't live up to that expectation. And that's a bummer. But like I said, I do feel that the story flowed better than some of the other movies we've discussed. There's not a whole lot I would cut from this to make it a shorter, better flowing movie. I just feel like something was lacking. And I can't really put my finger on what it was. So with that in mind, when it comes to my rating of El Dorado, I'm going to give it 3 stars. And I almost went ahead and gave this 2.5, but I do feel like the chemistry between John Wayne and James Caan really saved this movie for me from me making it a 2 or a 2.5 star film. They had a great rapport, and were John Wayne not already in the twilight of his career at this point, I would have loved to have seen them do some more stuff together. 3 out of 5 stars for me, though, when it comes to El Dorado. What do you guys think of El Dorado? Let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Let's have that conversation, that discussion, that debate, that interaction that I'm always asking you guys for in the comments below. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, as it's time once again to go back into the vaults and present Throwback Thursday. That's right, you're going to get classic content from the Jeff Mitchum Network, J. Hebert Studios, Simple Man brand, NoDQ.com YouTube channel, and of course, right here, the Casa D18 Studios. Shows like Talk Wrestling, Dads on Wrestling, Renegade of Wrestling, Double Down with Double A, Stat Boy Rants, No DQ and AV, the No DQ Review, the ATW View, Indie Force Podcast, and Open Mic Night. All of that coming up tomorrow in our Throwback Thursday blocks. And then on Friday, I will be right back here for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, and we will wrap up this week of John Wayne movies with Chisholm, starring John Wayne, Forrest Tucker, Andrew Prine, Christopher George, Ben Johnson, Patrick Knowles, Linda Day, Jeffrey Dewell, Glenn Corbett, Bruce Cabot, and Pamela McMyler. You don't want to miss out on any of that content right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. Throwback Thursday, Chisholm, so much more still ahead right here this month on Renegades Reviews and on the Casa D18 Studios channel. So make sure you smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed, make sure that notification bell is turned on so you don't miss out anytime a video drops right here on the Casa D18 Studios channel or anytime we go live. As is the case with Statboy Sports Bar, Open Mic Night, pay-per-view PLE coverage, etc. Share these videos with your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, movie fanatics, cinephiles in your life, fans of John Wayne, fans of Robert Mitchum, fans of James Caan, fans of Ed Asner, anybody you can think of that would enjoy this content, this video, share it with them. It's the only way we're going to keep my visibility up in YouTube's algorithms now that we are a monetized channel on the platform. Thank you once again to everybody who joined me and tuned in today. It means so much more to me than you guys will ever know. And I will see you guys next time.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.